Hey up lads, how are we doing today? I'm kind of going to be showing you the process of how I build really. This is a castle build with a tiny bit of scenery, and I just wanted to take you through it. There's a lot of voiceover, but anyway, I hope you enjoy this, and let's get into it. Hello lads, you catch me right at the beginning. Well, I say that I finished the castle. I, I, I got impatient. I'll be honest, I just started building, forgot to record. I've already done the castle. This is what it's looking like at the moment. I quite like it. I think it's quite fun. We've done some shading here, some lovely colour theory. I'm just messing about with gradients at the moment. Do quite like this roof. The colours are quite nice as well. In terms of this, the way I've been doing the shadows down here is I've been looking at, that's my light source right there. Been going, well now I can't see it. See here, in the centre, I can see it, so I've gone over a block. And I sort of do this until I can see it there, and then I move over. And here I've got this overhang, so I move over. Do the overhang. If I go any further, you can see the block pops out, so the shadow stops. Which is quite slow, but it works to create like outline sort of shape, which does kind of line up. The only problem is because I'm doing it off of that block, it's going to be a bit warped because perspective. So if I was to come over here, the shadow would be going that way instead of that way. Right, so you're going to get me doing voiceovers a lot here because most of it's time lapse. You can see me, I was setting up a brush with my very limited world edit, and I'm now just sort of laying out a foundation with red wool. I always use red wool, I don't know why, it's just my default block. And now I'm sort of trimming it down, flattening it, so it looks, so I can put a build on it and not have it clipping through the rocks, which would be devastating. Not really, it's just annoying to fix if it does. So it's better it be flat and then I can add details later. Hello, it's me again. We're talking about rocks now. Because I had to do it by hand because there's no tool with the world edit that I use that can shade it automatically. So we're doing funky gradients. I might do a video on gradients because they're not particularly interesting to talk about and I can't really do it in the 30 seconds I've got for this clip. But yeah, doing rocks by hand. It's quite annoying, but also once you've got like a direction where your light's coming from, once you've got a light source, it's easy, just light to dark. In my case, it's lighter on the left, darker on the right, and then in the middle you're just blending it. And then also anywhere shadows would be, so under rocks, you know, near the bottom, that's also darker. Yeah, that's about it. I'll let you enjoy the rest of this clip without my voice droning on over the top. Right, I'm going to jump just so I can sync this audio. Right, this is really difficult to move. But what we're going to do is we're going to paste it in. Oh, that's massive. This is the build, by the way. You want to paste it in, I say about here. I say I've done that wrong. I'm gonna undo that and move over a couple blocks. Is that enough? Holy sh! It might be. Hold on, let me clear the camera. Oh. Oh. You know what? I think we've done a pretty good job with that. Hello lads, it's voiceover Jacko again. How are we doing? Right, what I'm doing here is randomly changing the blocks from red to green. For some reason the concrete and wool didn't want to change, but that's fine. I'll just go back in by hand and do it. It takes a lot longer. I was trying to be lazy and it didn't let me, which is fine. To be fair, it only took me about 10 minutes to fully change it all, and hopefully it has the same result. I'm leaving it here because this is the angle I'm going to view it from, so this is what it looks like, nice and green. So, I've finished the floor, which surprisingly didn't take me too long actually. It was about 10 minutes, maybe 15. Because I had to do it by hand because for some reason the wall that it broke. So, the plan is now, I want to add some foliage, like I had said. I think I said that. It's been about 3 hours since I said that because I took a break. I picked out some leaf blocks here. Darkest to lightest. We're going to do some gradienting on these as well, like with the walls and the rocks. And we're going to see how it goes. Maybe we'll just see. We'll see. But I'll keep you updated when I've done these, and we'll get on some more interesting things like rocks and trees and I don't know, nature stuff. Yep. See ya. So here I am now, blocking in where I want the bushes to go with diamond blocks. It's super interesting, obviously. Look at me go. And now I've got to come in by hand and change them to leaves, which takes ages, but it always looks decent, to say the least. It's not great, it's not a perfect method, it works, and that's enough for me. Here I'm going through with a brush and just adding grass, tall and short grass, just to add some bit more interest to what it looks like. There you go. And now I skip a few steps and go straight to the trees. I had some trees already built and I thought I'll just use them because I'm incredibly lazy. Here we're going to put some big ones in the back. However, it still looked a little bit boring. So put a bit more. The key is really just stand back, look at what you're doing, look at what you've made. Do you like it? Do you not? I needed some medium tree variants, so I decided to add some of them in. Gonna make them from scratch. My process really with trees is just basic block out with the branches. They don't need to be perfect, they don't need to connect really, because you're not going to see them. Just as long as it looks passable as a tree with no leaves, and you've done a good job. And then once you've done them, I use a brush to add leaves, which most people might not, but it just saves so much time for me. And the best key if you're not doing that, the best key if you're not doing that is to just make sure there's air between the leaf blocks, because it gives it that bit of realism. Here I'm just shaping out, fixing the leaves, adding a point to the top, and that looks pretty good. Here I'm fleshing out the trunk a bit with walls and glass, and I don't know why I did roots because they're not there in the build. And once again we're skipping a few steps and bam, all the trees are there. Here I'm just messing with my FOV so it looks nicer for a thumbnail. There we go. Here's just me doing everything that makes it look nice, so lower my FOV, lower my render distance, get that fog effect in there so you've got depth. And then I put my shaders on and added a little border to the side. And I'm changing the time of day so that it's a lot more appealing to look at. I've decided with this one to go for a sunset, so the sun's in the right place for the shadows to make sense. And you'll see it looks so much better. Now